Hello children, welcome to 8th social class. Children, in the last class we are in the topic Introduction to Economics. With regard to that, I told you what is economics, the origin of economics and even economic activity. What is economic activity? Economic activity is earning a money and with that money we satisfy our wants. That is called it as economic activity. Is it clear children? What is economic activity? Economic activity is nothing but earning money or wealth to satisfy our wants. And the kinds of economic activities. The kinds of economic activity is production, distribution, exchange, and consumption. I told you role of these four classification, isn't it? What was that? A producer will produce the goods and that was distributed by the distributor and he will distribute that to exchanger. Exchanger are nothing but retailer and wholesale shop. From that exchange center we purchase the goods by paying a price. That was called as a economic activities. Okay children, I hope this is clear. And even I told you while referring to economics we get the classification of economics. It is a classification, how we can say it is as a classification. Classification in the sense, when we refer to economics, we will get the two sections. That is, first one is micro and macro. Okay, you know the meaning of a micro as well as a macro. What is a micro? As name suggests, micro, it means it is a small part of study of economics. What does it mean? Micro means small part of economics. How it will study the small part of economics? Example, economics consists of finance, or it is a consist of entire money planning. Okay children, let's go as simple. So economics is study of a small what it is about the finance or the money matters. So as I told, when it is economics, we refer that the money, right? Total, this is as economics as total, money, price, goods, then income, okay, expenditure, these all than this we get to study, right? Okay, well, all this is the terms in the economics, right children? I hope you are familiar with this. So these are the terms which we use in the economics. Now listen carefully why I gave this example with the microeconomics, because as I told, microeconomics is a study of a small part of economics. So how it exactly read a small part of economics? In that, first money, right? Money, if I say money, price, how it was related to microeconomics. Example, suppose if you want to refer particular part of a particular goods, that price. Example, price of a gold. You are not referring entire mineral rate, you are particularly referring a gold rate or petrol, petrol rate if you are referring. Okay. Then goods. If it comes up for goods, you take a goods like a gold or a which food grain you can take. Any costly you take. Like okay, simple one only you take rice. Okay, rice you will take. Then income. Income, individual income, person or individual income will take. Okay. Then expenditure, that is also individual. Wealth, what is the property? Are you clear about this, children? If not, listen carefully. We are referring about microeconomics, where micro is a study of a small part of economics. So now we want to refer the fluctuation rate in a petrol. So you may observing, right children? Now recent days we can see there is lot of up and down in a rate in a price. So if you are referring particularly why there is a increase in a rate of a petrol, only about you are particularly concentrating and study about the problem of petrol or the fluctuation in rate of a petrol, then it was called as a microeconomics, because you are referring a small part of the small unit price of a petrol. And suppose goods, if you are referring, there are many goods in a economy, right? Imported goods, exported goods, many are there, but particularly you want to refer about the price of a rice or a onion. Why there is so much of hike in a onion price? Suppose you are referring only particular about the onion rate in a economy, then that become a microeconomics. Income, what is the income of an individual, whether he was earning in a lakh or whether he was earning below the lakh or he was earning in 1,000 level. So how it will affect the increase in the price of a goods, isn't it children? Right? If our salary is less, definitely we are affected by the rise in the price of a goods, either it is a petrol or a rice. Petrol you live, if we don't have money, we can keep our vehicle at home and we can go by bus. Suppose if there is an increase in a rise in a value of a rice, then what will happen? Definitely we are affected, correct? So it will refer why, what was the causes for decrease in a income of a individual. If it is refer mainly about particular individual in the sense it refer about middle class income, lower class income, that category, if it particularly study about that category of income, then it comes under micro. Even the expenditure children, is it clear? Is it clear? Microeconomics is a study of a small part of a income. And what about macroeconomic? Micro is a small, where it will concentrate on the price. Individual industry in the sense leather industry take, or a sugar industry, where it will concentrate only on a sugar factory, then it will refer as a micro, means it will concentrate only on particular industry or a particular point of economics, that was called as a microeconomics. Example even I can give, in your entire organ, in your entire body, suppose if we are referring only about your eyes, that will call it as a microeconomics. Is it clear children? In your entire body, suppose we are studying or referring, consulting or doctor only for the sake of a eye problem, that will call as a micro, because in entire your organ you are concentrating only on your eyes, that is a micro. Suppose macro in the sense it is a large unit of economics. Is it clear? What do you mean by large economics in the sense? Here their example I gave about particular petrol, rice, whereas macroeconomics in the sense it will refer economics as a whole, correct? There is no differentiate that only sugar factory, then cloth garments, no, it is as whole. Economics, macroeconomics in the sense whatever required for the development of a country economically, that will be studied with the help of a macroeconomics. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? Macroeconomics in the sense it is a large unit of economics or large unit of study of economic. How in the sense for the development of a nation, example take, development of a nation, income is needed, right? That income will come from the tax, correct? The tax will be collected from these producer, exchanger, distributor. So what we call it as a producer, consumer, distributor and exchange, right? To get the tax from these, they need what? Resources. And to get the resources, they need a money. Correct, children? So it is a link. They need a money. So if our economic income or the national income is low, okay, these are the factors are responsible. So when we are referring a macroeconomics is as whole, first it will see the main root. What was the main root? To do the employment or to start the business, what does it require? It does require the money. From where they will get the income, how to get the income, how to generate the money among the people, that will be think by the government with the help of macroeconomics, because when macroeconomics will study, it study the both problem, solution and the possibility of arising further problem and what are the remedies for those problems will be studied, can be studied with the help of macroeconomics. So how in the sense, if suppose the income of a product soap is more, the income of a product soap is more, whereas the income of a medicine or paste, example, simple example, paste is less, then what it has to do? Then the what government has to do? What the tax as collected from the soap, which is in a developmental sector, that income collected in form of a tax and it will utilize for the development of a paste company. Why it is so? Why? Because we are referring a macroeconomics. Macro in the sense it not only concentrate on any one or two sector, it will concentrate on entire economy. So is it clear, children? It is like if suppose if you have a one chocolate and there are two children, what the mother will do? She will divide, correct? She will divide and share the chocolate between the two children. That is what the government or the economy will do, because here one sector was in a developmental stage, another one was in a declining condition. So to balance between two, because the income generated in the two industries also will be come as a income of a national income, correct? So it will try to bring the balance between two industry, and that can be studied with the help of a macroeconomics. So according to the study of a development of a economics, usually all the economics they prefer to take macroeconomics, because it will go to the deep root of a problem and it will find out the solution. So better way to study the economics, we insist macroeconomics, whereas particular industry you want to refer, a particular group if you want to study, then you can prefer microeconomics, or else you can take a macroeconomics. So children, I hope with this what is economic activity is clear and micro and macro activity, economic activity is clear to you. Okay, now a problem of economics, basic problem of economics. What was that, or what it could be? What it could be? See, usually economic problem, if I ask, what the children will say, unemployment problem, poverty problem, income problem, all such answer will come, right? That will be considered as an economic problem. But we as a Student of economics, mainly the economic problem refer to economic problem. What was the economic problem? That was and why the economic problem will arise, children? We know that in the economy, the resources are limited and wants are unlimited. So whenever you are giving definition to economics, you must be clear with the sentence that economic wants or the wants of a human beings are unlimited in nature, whereas resources are limited in nature. So there is a opposite combination. One is limited, another one is unlimited. So out of these, the government has to try to bring the balance. Clear? How in the sense? See, unlimited wants, right, and limited resources. So what the government has to do, children? The government it has to bring the balance between these two. How it will bring the balance? There are several methods to get the balance, but still it was not able to bring the balance. But it has to be go in the balance, or else what will happen? In society, economic imbalance will arise. Is it clear? So as per that, the first problem of economics refer to what to produce. Remember, on the basis of these points, what was that? Unlimited wants and limited resources. On the basis of that, the government got the problem, that was what to produce. Right? Clear? Because now resources are limited here and we have many things to consume. We have many wants. Suppose example, I say I want agricultural goods, agro-based goods. Clear? Example, I say, as a one person, I say I want agricultural goods. Right? And you people say we need electronic goods. Okay? And few say industrialized goods or imported goods. Few of you say import. No, we don't want Indian goods, we want imported goods. So other will give the demand of this. Clear? Are you clear what are the wants that we have in a society? Children, is it clear what are the wants that we have in a society? We have many wants, we have many demands. Right? Suppose as we go to the shopping, we say matching rubber band we want, matching dress, matching sandal, matching earrings, matching bag. See, in that only we have several demands. Whereas which is required for our daily needs, you see how it could be and how may it is. Clear? So there are many wants. So here, as a problem of economics, first point is that government was in a dilemma that what to produce, because few will ask for the agricultural goods, few will ask for the electronic goods, and few are imported, few are industrial goods. So out of many sections, which one to be given topmost priority? Clear? I taught you what is prioritizing. What do you mean by prioritizing, children? Prioritizing is nothing but giving importance to most required item. Clear? Prioritizing in the sense giving topmost priority to most required item. That was called as a prioritizing. So prioritizing in the sense, now government will decide that out of many choice, which one to be given priority, because we have limited income or the limited resources. Keeping that income in mind, what has to be purchased first? That is the problem of what has to be produced. That was the main problem. Then the second problem is how to produce. Is it clear? Second problem is that how to produce. How to produce in the sense you are out of this problem, assume that you are picked that agricultural goods. You think that we have to give the priority to agricultural goods such as food product. So we will choose the agricultural goods. After selecting agricultural goods, you will there is a arise of another problem. What was that? How to produce. How to produce in the sense, as I told, it is agricultural goods. There is a two type of a production. Which are the two types of a production? One is labor intensive, another one is capital intensive. Is it clear, children? Labor and capital intensive. What do you mean by labor intensive and capital intensive? Labor intensive in the sense where work is done with the help of a labor. Is it clear? Labor intensive in the sense work is done with the help of a laborer. Whereas capital intensive in the sense you are using money in a production. Money in the sense money won't do any work, children. Remember, the form of the money such as machinery, technology will be used in process of a production. So here we pick the agriculture. So to produce the agricultural goods, should we use labor or should we use machinery which is purchased with the help of money? Is it clear? Is it clear? When we are picked any one product for the production, we have confusion that what kind of the method should be used for the production. Either it is a labor intensive or a capital intensive, because a question will arise if we adopt capital intensive method, then many people will be remained as unemployed. Correct? Yes. So they will go for a labor intensive. If we go for the labor intensive method, the production will go slow and there won't be any innovative. Clear? So a government in a confusion that should we go to the labor intensive method or a capital intensive method for the development of a country. That was the another problem. And another problem is that for whom to produce. For whom to produce, because if we produce agricultural goods, another doubt is that whether all the agricultural goods is required for all the sector. Correct? Are you understood, children? It means that, see, I like agricultural goods, you like agricultural goods, but next to you or next to me, they doesn't like agricultural goods. As I told, they require some imported goods. They need some electronic item, industrialized good, full, neat and clean packed. Then what you people will do? What the produced goods using so much of a labor intensive, you paid so many salary to them and you have produced the labor intensive good. If there is no one to purchase it, that will go waste. Clear? So that was another problem of economy, that for whom sake we have to produce. Suppose if you are producing for me alone, then okay, I told agricultural goods, you produced and gave me. As we go to hotel, I want gobi manchuri, they will give me only gobi manchuri. But when they are running entire hotel, they cannot only cook gobi manchuri, they require innovative. They may ask gobi chilli, mushroom chilli, isn't it, children? Varieties are there. So that was another problem. For whose sake we are producing, that they have to keep it in mind. These are the problem of economics, right, children? There is so much of problem in economics. Do you agree? Do you agree with the example of hotel, right? Because why this problem has arisen? Because remember that we are referring as a macroeconomics. We have to see all the possibilities in economics. We have to see the both producer, consumer, distributor. If we go for the benefit of the consumer, then the producer will be affected, distributor will be affected. So what we have to do? We have to look after all the four sectors. We have to keep it in our mind, all the four sectors along with the national income. At the same time, we have another responsibility, that we have to see the increase of the national income. That was the main responsibility of the government, right? So when having all such problems, these are the main three problems which arise in economics. Is it clear, children? So here after that, if anyone asks you what is economic problem, please don't tell that poverty, low income, don't tell. Main problem of economics is what to produce, how to produce, whom to produce. These carry the long answer question. Very, very important question. This may come for 3 mark or a 4 mark, children. So listen carefully, attempt carefully, okay? The problem of economics is what to produce, how to produce, whom to produce. So with this topic, the end of our introduction of economics. I told you what are the economics are. That is the origin of economics, the study of economics, right? Importance of economics, then economic activity I told you, then apart from that we learn the problem of economics. So children, now the entire lesson has been completed. You read the textbook and the possibility of 1 mark question, long answer question that you read and underline in your textbook, and for your betterment. Clear, children? Notes I will provide you, and I will meet you in the next class with another new topic, children. See you.